Welcome back. So here's our final week in the month of love and talking about how to have healthy sexual understanding and intimacy, teaching that to our kids. And now today we're going to focus on how we can have that as adults if it's something that we're struggling with or would like to improve upon. So I love reading all the healthy intimacy books. I don't know. Like I said, I've been on the quest to find them for my kids for a long time. So I feel like I've read a lot. The two I'm going to share with you today are the two that I recommend to everybody who's married. They're so good. So we're going to start off with this one. Maybe you've heard of it before. It's called Cherish by Gary Thomas. So again, this is written from a Christian perspective, and this is all about how to have healthy emotional intimacy in your marriage and how to really just love and support and cherish the person that you're married to. I have read so many books about strengthening relationships, and this one has had the greatest impact on me personally. So I told you that my husband and I read that Gottman book before we got married, and after that, my husband is just like, I already got you. We're in love. We don't need to read these anymore. He hates this kind of stuff. So even if your spouse isn't into reading these with you, you will still get so much out of them that will help you to be a better spouse, and then that in turn helps to bless your marriage. I always tease him, I always tell him when I'm reading it, and I just say, well, I just pretend that I'm reading it with you, and I picture in my mind what you would say back to the situation. So I always give him a hard time about it. But this book, whether you read it with your spouse or even just on your own, will, if you implement the things he talks about and you spend time thinking about the ideas that he's sharing, will definitely strengthen your bond with your spouse. So, highly recommend this book. Everybody should read it who's married. All right. Finally, this one comes with a couple little caveats. This book, and maybe you've heard me talk about it before. Sorry if I sound like I'm on repeat. But I know so many women who were raised to think, in our religious community, they were raised to think that sex was bad, that if they had desire, it was bad. They shut all that down so much that when they ended up getting married, they really struggled, not able to have an orgasm, not able to feel connection, always just dreading it, and that is not what. I'm sorry, this cover kind of makes me blush a little bit, but she was very creative in her cover choice. Anyway, sex is to be enjoyed, and it's supposed to bring us together and be this wonderful, beautiful, fun thing for both partners involved. And understanding our own bodies, understanding our past, and how it influences the way that we think now, just really helps to help us have more success in our intimacy. So this is written by Emily Nagoski, and I will link a couple of her TED Talks down below. She's awesome. But I do need to tell you, I do not recommend this book for like people before they're married, or people who are really squeamish and uncomfortable about anything sexual, because this woman doesn't just write for women who believe like I do. She writes for all women and all their different sexual preferences, and she shares examples from the lives of those women. So in the beginning of the book, she's very clear that you can skim over whatever doesn't directly apply to you and focus on what does. But she addresses sexual health for all women and all the different sexual orientations that there are. And I respect that about her, and I took her advice to heart, and if something didn't apply to me, I just skimmed over it or skipped over it and then got back to the stuff that applied to me. But this book, even though I felt like I did have a very good, healthy understanding of my sexuality and the importance of intimacy, this book like made me a better person and just better about just taking care of myself and treating myself with compassion and understanding what makes me tick and just understanding myself better inside and out has helped me be a better partner. this book is life-changing. If you know anyone who's struggling with intimacy or their sexuality or understanding those aspects of themselves, or just who need some help in having better self-talk and better awareness of who they are, this book, wow, I highly recommend it. But again, it's not for the squeamish. It teaches you everything you need to know and then some. It's a great resource. So that's everything I have to share with you this month. Please, if you have books that have helped you in your relationship with your spouse, in better understanding your sexuality, or that have helped you in teaching your kids about having a healthy sexual understanding of their bodies, please share them in the comment section below, because all this information helps us to just prepare our families to be healthy and happy and have a healthy sexual understanding of our bodies. All right. Thanks for joining me in this month. I hope you learned something new, and I hope to see you again soon.